Hey folks, welcome back to the Lone Pine Tarot, or of course, welcome to the channel for the very first time if you're brand new here. Thank you so much for joining me today for our pick a card reading that is actually a blessing reading. I thought it would be nice to do a little bit of a positivity boost today, just to lift our spirits. And of course, as you can tell by the title you just clicked on, our reading topic is what amazing gift is the universe sending you soon. So without further ado, let us pick our pile leaders to choose our messages with calling on spirit. Please guide us to the right cards for the right messages to hear more about what amazing gift the universe is sending our way. Thank you. Okay, there's pile number 1. There's number 2. And this one for pile number 3. Let's unveil them together. So for pile number 1, your leader today is Makita, she who sees. For pile number 2 today, your pile leader here in the middle is Blue, she who loved once. And pile number 3 today, over here on the right, your pile leader is Colette, she who nurtures. So just a quick refresher, pile 1, Makita, she who sees. Pile 2, Blue, she who loved once. And pile 3, Colette, she who nurtures. Although you're always welcome, as I say, to pause on this part of the reading if you need more time to decide what pile you would like read for you. If you're new to pick a card readings, I like to guide us through what I call a meditative moment to help us choose. So close your eyes and draw in a deep cleansing breath. And as you do, imagine drawing light into your lungs. Hold it. And then when you breathe out again a few seconds afterwards, open your eyes once more and look at the cards. See where your eyes are drawn first. What feels right in your gut. That is what I recommend the pile you go with is. However, whatever method you choose when you're ready, you can drop down to the description box below or the top pinned comment beneath the video. Find the timestamp for your pile, click on it, and I'll see you in our chat about what amazing gift is the universe sending you soon. See you there. Hello there, my wonderful pile number 1. Welcome today to your pick a card reading about what amazing gift the universe is sending you soon. And as you recall, you were drawn to She Who Sees Makita with the keywords observe, perceive, and scrutinize as your pile leader. So let's set your pile leader over here to the left to begin, as we always do. And I think I want to start today with a combination of some of your oracle cards and your tarot cards. So let's draw those, calling on spirit. Of course, for pile 1 today, what amazing gift do you think the universe will send them soon? Thank you. And feel that one for pile, or I shouldn't say pile number 5, card number 5. And then let us look at your tea leaves. There we go. Actually going to take this part of the deck and shuffle it a little bit more because it kind of all fell in one chunk, pile 1. Okay, I feel drawn to this one. All right, let's unveil your cards. So first up with the tea leaves, we have teardrops, great personal sorrow. Okay. And then your other one is dog, close up, pleasure with a close friend, or I should say not close up, like a picture close up. Teardrops and dog close up. Pleasure with a close friend and great personal sorrow. You know, it's an interesting part too. I just realized, pile 1. Not only do you have an eye here in teardrops, but your Makita, your pile leader, is she who sees. So we already kind of have a little bit of a synchronicity with a lot of eye symbolism in this particular reading for you. I wonder if part of your blessing is something that you're going to be seeing or something you're going to be coming to understanding. Maybe it's really a blessing or a gift of like knowledge of some sort. Of course, let's look at your tarot cards to be sure, but that's what I'm seeing so far? Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups to begin. It usually means something to do with our internal emotions and our mastery around those things. The Lovers reversed. Okay. A little bit of a picture forming. I think this is also a blessing or a gift that is related to something that happened in the past regarding someone that you kind of had either like a falling out with, or it's like you maybe even just lost them through the way of just drifting apart, or there was some sort of separation that didn't make sense, or just maybe you even got like in a fight with a friend or like a partner recently or a family member, something along those lines. Okay, and then we have Temperance as the heart of the matter. Okay, writing balance. We've got the Hermit. Okay, time of introspection. Very interesting. And last but not least, we have the Emperor. Lots of major arcana in your reading today, pile 1. Emperor tends to represent masculine energy and control and authority and power. Okay, so number one, I like to tell people when they have a lot of major arcana in their reading, and forgive me if you are used to my videos and you know what I'm already going to say, but for those of you who are new to my readings, I like to, when I see a lot of major arcana in a reading, and you got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, Lovers, Temperance, Hermit, Emperor, I tend to see that as that this is kind of not just a gift or a blessing, pile 1, but a really big milestone in your life. It's not just one tiny little thing. It seems like it's like a really major thing that's coming your way because of the energy of so many major arcanas having come up. Now, like I said, what I'm seeing is I think there was either like a falling out with somebody, could have been a friend, could have been a lover, could have even been something more along terms, like with a job. Okay, something along those lines where there was a separation and it didn't really feel all that good. Okay, and I say that because you have the Queen of Cups at the very beginning, which makes me think that this is something that's a matter of the heart, and especially too with Teardrop, it's like, oh, a great personal sorrow. Okay, something's been kind of upsetting you, right? And of course, too, with Dog, close up, pleasure with a close friend, it's like someone that was close to you, okay? Or something that was close. And then you have the Lovers reversed right after that, which, you know, sometimes that can more traditionally mean inability to make a choice. But what I see, pile 1, more in this situation because of the other cards, the more popular interpretation of Lovers reversed would mean a relationship that broke apart. Okay. And then, yes, in the middle you have Temperance, which is moderation and balance. So now we're getting to the gift part of this. So you had the sorrow, you had the separation. And I think part of it, too, is maybe like you're not... The sorrow of it isn't just the losing or being separated from this job, this place, or this person, or this lover. It's the not knowing why. And that's why your gift is a gift of knowledge today. She who sees, Mikita, she's perceiving something. She's like, oh, now I understand. Okay, now I get it. Right? And even too, and I know this sounds kind of weird, but I just noticed this as well, pile 1. Your dog close up, and forgive me, I'm not sure what breed of dog this is, but you can see it kind of has like very long hair. It almost kind of looks like the hair or the mane on Mikita, doesn't it? So I read that as a tarot reader in terms of symbolism is like, you know, well, not only does, depending on the culture, hair represent like your mana, it represents your life energy, it represents your health even physically. It also to me represents kind of like, in a way, almost like a halo representing, like the light around your head, like the knowledge you have, like the expansion of the mind. So it's like a greater understanding you're going to be coming to with this gift. The main part of it that's coming is the gift of moderation and balance with Temperance. I think you're going to find your emotions a lot more stable afterwards in terms of sorrow, okay? Because of that Temperance being the middle card. But it's also a gift that comes about because of introspection that you do, hence the Hermit coming out. And then in the very end, with the Emperor as the outcome card here with the Elephant, it's a gift of you finally having control or authority or power over something in your life. So I wonder if another aspect of this is the lack of knowing that you have right now, that you haven't received the knowledge yet to fix, is like it's making you feel like you didn't have any control over this. Like it was just something completely out of your hands. Whereas it's like, you know, we always say knowledge is power, right? And so once you gain this knowledge, it will give you power. Okay, so it's like the universe is saying, well, wait a minute, pile 1. I'm going to give you the key that you need to understand this more. And once you understand this more, then you will see. And the seeing, like Mikita, she who sees, will help bring about an understanding of your own power. Okay, it'll make you feel, I think, better not only about yourself, but I think it'll help you feel better about the situation. Okay, and I'm leaning towards intuitively pile 1. This is more a gift of something where you'll realize, like maybe right now you're thinking it was all your fault, but then you realize after the knowledge comes, oh, it was just something completely out of my control. It wasn't personal. It wasn't, insert bad thing here. It's like one of those perspective shift types of pieces of knowledge. Okay. Let's grab your other oracle cards to even glean more details here, because I'm very curious. Can you tell me more about the amazing gift coming their way, Spirit? Thank you. We have trust. So it's possible that maybe even this person or this situation broke your trust, that maybe that's part of the really large sorrow here, pile 1. I almost feel like, like it was a breaking of trust. And you worked so hard for this relationship or for this place or this thing. And I think part of it too, especially when we've come across situations in life where our trust has been broken, it's really hard for us to trust again. So I think once again, pile 1, it's not just a gift of knowledge that gives you greater contextualization of like understanding more about like how it was either like out of your control or was like you're less at fault than you think you are. But it's also something that's going to like renew your ability to trust people when it comes to either like jobs or friendships or relationships romantically. Let's keep going, getting other cards on the table to get more context. Anything else, Spirit? What else would you say about this gift? Disruption, number 21. Okay, yeah, that almost makes me think of what I said before, where it was like a sudden cutting off. It was like a sudden blockage. It was a sudden loss of this person, or a sudden, like, they left, or like it just came out of the blue. It came out of left field, pile 1. And that probably also just made it that much more extra painful, because it was like there's no understanding. It just came out as a complete, like, sidewinder out of the blue. Where did this come from? What happened, And then, so you're just sitting there holding the pieces, and you're like, well, how did this break in the first place? What happened? And then we have forgiveness. Okay, very fitting once again for what I'm thinking is like a relationship type card, reading, I should say. Or like friendship related reading, or like I said, for some of you, it could even be like a job or a workplace, or even someone at that workplace that you felt kind of like cut you off for no reason, say a manager or a coworker, for example. I think part of the gift, too, is you're going to, if you made a mistake, pile 1, and I'm not saying that you did, but if you did, you're going to be given forgiveness as part of this large gift. Another thing is I also think if it was something that someone else did, it's like you're going to gain that information that's going to tell you or help spur on your forgiveness of them. Because now with this greater knowledge, you understand, okay, maybe this wasn't really a personal thing, or maybe this was out of both of our hands. It's something, you know what I'm trying to say, pile 1? It's more along those lines. And I also find it interesting that there's 2 crescent moons in this reading. You have the moon here in the forgiveness, like the person's reaching for the crescent moon. You also have a crescent moon here in trust. So it almost makes me think of it's like this person reaching for trust here in the forgiveness card. Which really, that's what forgiveness is, right? We're reaching for trust again, okay? So it's like, I don't know if they're going to reach out to you to try to gain forgiveness or explain more. That's part of it. Or it could also be that it's like you get the information from somewhere else, and that makes you understand more. Now, that's the key and the kicker there, right, pile 1? We're going to ask a little bit more about what the piece of information is, although I think you're going to get like the full answer from someone else outside of this reading, but I want to give you like a glimpse of it, because you're probably wondering most right now, well, what's the answer? What's the knowledge I need, right? And we're also going to ask how. So Spirit, for pile 1, could you tell us more about what's the piece of knowledge they're going to be gaining that will help bring about this healing and this trust and this forgiveness and understanding. 3 cards, please. Thank you. Okay. We have the Chariot. Okay, which can sometimes mean travel. Also, we have the Crescent Moons again. Look at that. It can mean a drive. It can mean control over things. Second card is the King of Cups. Okay, emotional maturity. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, internal security with what we have in terms of finances and resources. Okay, so pile 1. As I said, this is only a glimpse into what the knowledge is going to be. But what I can tell you so far with what you have here with the Chariot, the King of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles, Spirit is saying that what's going to help recontextualize this separation or this cutoff of, the relationship, whatever it was, is you're going to understand that the person or people involved were more emotionally mature than you expected. Hence the King of Cups, okay? The Queen of Pentacles also makes me think as a secondary court card. Now, court cards can mean just their traits. Court cards can also represent people, and you have 2 of them in this example. So I almost wonder if you're the Queen of Pentacles and the other person's the King of Cups, or it could be vice versa. But whoever the Queen of Pentacles is in the situation could tend to mean an earth sign because they're pentacles, right? And then the King of Cups would be a water sign, if that helps with distinguishing this more. But is that I'm intuitively hearing that it's like they did it out of emotional maturity because they felt that you would be more secure in terms of resources and finances if they did end this, okay? Also, too, I wonder if, distance played a factor with the Chariot, because, like I said, that can mean either, moving or travel, or, moving far distances, because chariots are a method of transportation, right? It also means drive. It also means, control. So I almost wonder if, they felt continuing on with you would be a destabilizing element to your life. I almost get a feeling of self-sacrifice a little bit out of this, okay? It's even if they weren't the nicest person when the separation occurred, pile 1, it's deep down they knew that you would be better off without them. That's what I'm getting intuitively, okay? Now, like I said, keep an eye out, keep your eyes peeled in your waking or living life, I should say, outside of this reading for more of the details when that gift does come, okay? Because that's what the universe will give it to you, right? But that's what I'm seeing so far, okay? They thought you would be better off without them. Okay, they thought you would be better off in terms of financial stability, also emotional stability, also in terms of maybe even part of the issue might have been you had some ambitions and they felt that they were holding you back with your ambitions. I don't know if you wanted to move or you wanted to start a business or a different career or something along those lines, but that's kind of what the Chariot makes me think of, which once again, pile 1, that's a major arcana popping out over the 4 you already had, so a lot of these are popping out. Now, the second question I wanted to ask for you, and the final question I wanted to ask was, how does this come about? How do you get this knowledge, okay? Because I want you to be able to keep an eye out for it when it pops up in your life. Although with how many major arcana you have, pile 1, I don't think you're going to miss it. But let's just ask. So, Spirit, how? How do they get this knowledge? Where does it come from? What occurs? The Fool, a new beginning. Another major arcana. You've got a ton of those, pile 1. And look, another major arcana. Holy crap. We've got Strength, okay, which is courage, kind of self-explanatory strength. And you have the 5 of Swords reversed. Okay, so how does it come about? It comes about when you start something new in your life. That's what the Fool represents. It represents the beginning of the major arcana and also beginning of new things in our lives, okay? Just like the baby turtle being hatched from the egg you can see here in the depiction, okay? You're going to get it when you start something new, okay? You're also going to get it, the information, when something in your life requires you to be brave, requires you to have strong willpower, hence the Strength card. Okay, so I almost wonder if you're looking at a new phase of life soon here, or making a really big step. In which case, I would see that as the indicator for when you're going to get this gift from the universe, okay? And on top of that, pile 1, the Five of Swords reversed is, it's either like resolving conflict or it's like avoiding a conflict of some sort. So it's almost like if you're avoiding conflict with this person, you trying to avoid the conflict is going to trigger the reconciliation or at least the understanding of what happened, okay? So be on the lookout for that. When you start something new, when you're doing something that requires you to have willpower or courage, all right? And when you're trying to avoid conflict, or maybe you do reach to try to resolve conflict, that's another way you could interpret the Five of Swords reversed, all right? That is how this will come about. That's how you're going to get your gift. Okay, so just to summarize everything so far, pile 1, this gift is a gift of forgiveness. It's possibly a gift of reconciliation. It is possibly even a gift, and I think this is the best part of all, if you ask me, of understanding. Okay, because a lot of what causes us anxiety and sorrow in life is the unknown. Especially when we look back on the past, we think, oh my God, what did I do? You know, did I suck? You know, was I bad? Did this person hate me? Like those kinds of questions, right? And so this gift of knowledge is a gift of relief in terms of, okay, well, now I'm going to understand. Maybe things were a bit more complicated than I thought. Maybe things were really, I should have looked at this from a different perspective than I thought. But, you know, you can't be blamed for that, pile 1, because you just didn't have that knowledge at the time. But this is what the universe will deliver to you as the gift. So pretty sweet, pretty straightforward, all right? And it'll give you more control over your life. It'll give you more understanding, right? Remember, the Emperor is the outcome is the original spread. That is a card of being able to walk forward with feeling less like things were out of your control and more like, oh, okay, things are steady. I got this. Like, I've got control. I've got authority. I can tackle life now, or similar situations in the future with more confidence. Hence, hey, strength too means confidence, especially when you're starting new things. Remember that. Okay. So, short and sweet, that was your reading for today for your amazing gift from the universe. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated and you liked it, pile 1. And if so, please like the video itself. Please comment down below. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. That just helps me out a little bit. Just a button click away for you, which helps me provide more readings for both you and others in the future and supports the dream of this channel for me. So thank you if you do. Thank you so much. And as I always say, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye, pile 1. Hello there, my wonderful pile number 2. Welcome today to your pick a card reading about what amazing gift the universe is sending you soon. And of course, as you recall, you were drawn to She Who Loved Once, Blue, Fragile, Secret Love, and Rejection as your pile leader. Very gorgeous card. So we'll set her over here to the left to begin. And to start the reading, I want to do a combo of tarot and oracle cards. So, calling on Spirit, please tell us more about the wonderful, amazing gift that the universe is sending pile 2 soon. We're going to do another shuffle because there we go. The first one was not the best. Okay, perfect. Okay. So we've got very beautiful is the first card. The Three of Swords reversed, which means overcoming a pain of some sort. So we have a little bit of a glimpse already what the gift is. Then we have the Three of Wands reversed. We'll talk about that in a second, but it also can represent maybe something that you've been struggling with recently in life regarding not being able to go forward with plans that you really want to go forward with, okay? So overcoming pain, plans that you've not been able to overcome an obstacle with, okay? Let's grab the other 3 cards, and of course, like I said, I also wanted to do some oracle. Okay, well, this one literally just was here, so I'm going to take it as your 3rd card. Number 4. And number 5. Okay, and then as for the oracle deck, we're going to do tea leaf cards. Very beautiful. I love this deck. It's gorgeous. Of course, I like all my decks, but this one is also very cute. Okay. For sure, this one. Okay. Let's unveil more cards, pile 2. Okay, so we're going to reveal actually the rest of your tarot cards, and then we'll show you tea leaves. So the third one is the 7 of Cups reversed. Okay, unveiling deceptions, unveiling what's real versus fantasy. Understanding the realistic path ahead is another way you can describe that. We have the 5 of Cups, which can mean sorrow or a loss. We'll talk about that more in a second. And then we've got the Ace of Cups reversed. Okay. Either something to do with blocking through maybe relationship blockages you've had, or the Ace of Cups reversed can also represent maybe like emotions that you've been stifling that finally like come through, like, or understanding an emotion that you've been having of some sort. That can be another way that that pops about or comes to fruition, manifests maybe is a better way than saying pops about, right? Okay, and then let's look at your tea leaves. We've got the Carrot, opportunity or windfall, beautiful, wonderful. And we have the Peacock, beware of great pride, right? Peacocks like to strut and show their feathers. As beautiful as they are symbols of pride. Okay, pile 2, let's look at this here with everything in conjunction that we've seen so far in terms of your gift from the universe. Okay. I think I want to say pile 2. There was something that you were trying to achieve, and you were working so hard for it, or you have been, even present tense, right? That it's like you were certain you were going to get it in the bag. You were certain that this thing was going to work out. And for some reason, excuse me, it's like after this moment of pure confidence in it working out, boom, for some reason it didn't. Okay, so I think what's been happening is right now, you're currently in a period of time of grieving what you thought you lost. You're in a time of pain, hence the 3 of Swords, but it is reversed, so we'll talk about that in a second, but that means the pain will be overcome, as I said before. You're also in a time of feeling like, where the heck do I go from here? Because you have the 3 of Wands reversed, and as I said, that's the card of having plans. You've made the plans, it's just that there's been a blockage in your way of those plans, all right? Now, I'm not sure exactly what blocked this thing from coming to fruition. I almost wonder if it's like you walked in not knowing all the information or the knowledge that you needed, and so you kind of got caught unawares. That's how I almost interpret the 7 of Cups here as the heart of the matter, right? Especially a bit reversed, because the 7 of Cups reversed is we are finally able to parse dreams from reality. So it's almost like you were shown this amazing dream, or you were following this amazing dream, and it's like you got there and the reality wasn't quite what you expected it to be. Now, but the good thing about that pile 2 is, well, now you have more knowledge than you did before. You've learned from that, okay? And there's something about that situation, and, you know, as disappointing as it might have been, and the universe is, in spirit too, is acknowledging that. I'm acknowledging that too as the tarot reader. I understand that this was not fun, especially too with you having been drawn to blue as your pile leader, as, you know, like it says, rejection, secret love, fragile, you know, she who loved once. You know, we describe people that are blue as people that are sad, okay? So I acknowledge that, and so does the universe and spirit. However, this was a pivotal thing that needed to occur for greater heights in the future. Because remember, this is a gift reading pile too. This is an amazing gift that's coming your way. And what's coming your way is the fixing of these things. Because in a blessing reading, I see the reversals as what's going to improve. Okay? So you're overcoming the pain. You're going to be able to get through the blockages of what's been blocking you. Okay, now you've already seen the reality of everything. You can go forward with greater clarity. So you've already received that gift, right? Same thing too. What's interesting though is that, yeah, like we have the 5 of Cups and the Ace of Cups reversed at the end. So the Ace of Cups reversed in a blessing reading, I would read as you're going to make a connection of some sort with somebody, or like a realization of a certain emotion that's going to be like the rocket fuel you need to move forward, to get to the dream that you're trying to achieve, okay? There's a little bit of a time of sorrow with the 5 of Cups in the near future. So don't be disheartened if this gift doesn't come immediately, like, say, tomorrow, right? A Five of Cups is a time of loss. It's a time of sorrow. However, here's the thing about the Five of Cups, and this particular deck does not show it, but in the traditional version of it, yes, there's someone who's mourning over 3 spilled cups, but always, almost always, in the depiction of the Five of Cups, there are 2 cups that are not spilled. And what that means, pile 2, is that there's still things available for you. It's not all lost, okay? Sometimes the Five of Cups is as much about sorrow or loss as it is about realizing, okay, well, now I'm at the bottom. Now I feel like I've lost everything, or like I didn't achieve the thing I was trying to do. Now I've cried. Now I've been upset. Now I turn around and boom, there's those 2 cups there and you're like, oh. And I think that's what this opportunity or windfall is coming about. I think, like I said, it's a connection you're going to be making here. Maybe it's just a connection also that you didn't have before. I almost wonder if like mentorship would be a really great thing depending on what you're trying to achieve, especially if it's something related to, say, like career or a business, okay? Or it could also be like, you say if you're looking for a job right now, in that case, it would be like you have just, and it comes out of just seemingly nowhere. You're like, where the heck did this come from? Out of the blue. Like blue, right? Excuse the pun. This person comes forward and is like, hey, I know someone at this company that needs to hire for this kind of position, and I hear you're looking for this type of work. Would you like to interview here? And then, bam, you got it on the bag. It's something along those lines, pile 2, okay? An opportunity or a windfall through a new relationship, a new emotion or connection here, okay? After you realize there's something, if you would just turn around and look, it's right there. So look around your friend groups, look around your family group, things like that. Maybe even in like networking, if you have that available to you, say if this is like a career related thing, to people that are nearby that you haven't really like, looked into yet in terms of, if like you could say, hey, I'm kind of looking for work, and if you happen to know anybody that's hiring for this particular thing, let me know, because that's exactly what I'm trying to get hired for. Things like that. Of course, you know how to word it, professionally, things like that. But, and that's where you're going to get this gift, okay? Through a connection that's unexpected, opportunity, or windfall. Now, we do have more context to get. I do have more cards to pull, so let's pull those. We'll see what's more going on about this gift, but that's it so far regarding at least the first cards. So maybe even the dream was, you applied for your dream job and you got rejected. Maybe that's the rejection in blue, pile 2, okay? In which case, then you're not going to get rejected next time with this windfall coming, okay? We have passion, okay? So I want to say too, depending on how this particular situation that you've been upset or been pained about applies to you, the answer and the gift is coming in the form of something that you're passionate about, pile 2. Okay, something that you actually really enjoy, which is, sometimes people get things and, or gifts from the universe, and they're things that are very, they're helpful, they're nice to have. Those are like and I don't want to say like to rank them, but those are like the tier 1 gifts. This, what I'm hearing, is like a tier 2 gift, tier 3, where it's like, not only is it something that's helpful, it's something that you actually really care about. It's something that you're passionate about, something that it's like, it gives, it's like part of what is the spark of what makes you feel alive. Okay. A lot of fire energy here in this reading. Even though we technically only got Wands card. That's what I'm feeling. It's like fiery energy. Like, I'm impassioned. Just like the lotus breaking through the surface of the water. It had to go through the mud first, and then boom, it blooms. And it's almost like that feeling you get when you... look here. Like, literally, there's a swing. Remember when you were a kid, or at least maybe the last time you were on a swing, pile 2, and you were swinging on it, and you get that almost kind of roller coaster feeling in your gut of excitement? Do you remember that as a kid? Or whenever the last time you swung on a swing was? It's like that kind of feeling, that excitement, that, oh, I'm so passionate about this thing that I do. Speaking of, there's also lotuses here in your Ace of Cups, which also makes me think that it's just another reiteration of this is an unexpected connection. Like, it's almost like something that's kind of underneath the surface of the water right now, and then boom, it blooms, and you're like, oh, this thing is here. Oh, excuse me. I hit my thing that holds my camera if you heard that. But yeah, it makes you excited. It makes you feel alive, okay? You're passionate about it. Let's keep looking at the different cards. Okay, goals. And also, you specifically, this is technically a spirit guide deck, but I use it for other reasons sometimes too. But you did get teacher guides, which makes me think, once again, maybe like a mentor is involved. We have a woman who is doing, I mean, I might be biased because I learned Taekwondo when I was younger. She looks like she's doing Taekwondo, lots of kicks in Taekwondo, right? She's kicking high. She's doing a splits almost sideways, okay? She's aiming high. It's related to your goals. It's a gift of reaching a goal of some sort, especially, like I said before, with the Three of Wands reversed, like it was blocked before. Well, now the sky is the limit, right? Someone's going to help you, teach you to reach that goal, okay? You're going to get that opportunity, pile 2. Mark my words. Healing chaos. Beautiful. We have a tornado with a bunch of butterflies around it. So healing chaos. So what seemed chaotic before, pile 2 is going to heal. Okay, right now you probably feel like you're in the middle of that cyclone. You're probably feeling like a cow being spun around a tornado. Like, I mean, well, that's like the cliche description of what gets picked up by a tornado. But you know what I mean, right, pile 2? Like, tossed about in the current, tossed about in the winds. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Where am I going to land? Am I going to survive this? Whatever's making you feel like that in your life right now, that's part of the gift, is healing that feeling, healing that chaos. You're going to be okay, pile 2. Okay? I mean, look at these beautiful cards that you're getting right here. I mean, in terms of the tidings that they speak of, right? Reaching goals. Healing what is chaotic, okay? Overcoming pain, overcoming obstacles to your goals. Connections, opportunities, and windfalls. Things that make you feel alive with passion, okay? So that is your gift. And I do want to do some extra readings for you, pile 2. I asked extra questions for pile 1, and I'll do the same for both you and pile 3. So I'm trying to think of a really good question to ask in terms of this. I want to ask more about this Ace of Cups. I think that would be really helpful. I want to know more about, like, this person you meet or this connection you make. Like, how does that come about? So, Spirit, could you tell me more about that with 3 cards? How do they make this connection, or how does it come about with this windfall? Like, explain the Ace of Cups reversed a little bit more. Thank you. We have the King of Swords. Okay, so that tends to mean maybe masculine energy. Let's see what else pops out before I say for sure. Tends to mean an air sign because it's swords. We have, oh, but we also have another king. We have a different king. King of Wands. King of Fire, okay. And then we also have the Page of Swords reversed. Okay, so that might represent you right now in the situation, pile 2. A Page of Swords reversed is someone that has the intelligence or has like the mental power to do something, but they don't know exactly which way to direct it. That's kind of how I'm feeling like you are in the situation. It's just chaos. You're like, I have this thing, I have this passion, I have this goal, I just don't know where to direct it. But you know what comes in pile 2? You have a King of Swords and a King of Wands. So for sure, I think if it's a person that's going to help provide you this opportunity or windfall or mentorship, maybe for some of you, it's going to be a man. It's going to be someone who has masculine energy, or even if it's not technically a man, it's someone with like a lot of masculine energy vibes to them in terms of, spirituality as we talk about it. Not only are they someone who's very smart, you have a King of Swords, you have someone that's very confident with a King of Wands. Okay, smart and confident masculine energy comes along, looks at you and says, oh, there's this little Page of Swords, wandering around. They have a lot of talents that I think would be great. Or there's something in them I want to nurture. Okay, they see potential. They see the goal that you're going for. And they're like, okay, well, I can help them. Why not? So if it's a person, pile 2, that's who's going to help you. That's how this comes about. That's how Spirit is describing it. Okay. Keep a lookout for them. All right. Keep a lookout for them. And then I think too, I'm trying to think of the second question to ask. Sorry, I'm pausing here, pile 2. Just trying to think. What should I ask? I'm going to ask, what will you attain after this opportunity comes forward? Because we already talked a little bit about it, healing chaos. You're going to reach a goal, something you're passionate about. But let's see a little bit more about the gift. Spirit, what else will they attain after they get the opportunity and they take advantage of it? Knight of Wands. Okay, taking action with our passions. So that just reiterates passion. So I apologize if it's a bit repetitive, pile 2, but you're going to be able to take action on the thing that you're passionate about. Beautiful, which was seemingly blocked before. We have the Queen of Pentacles, financial and career security, especially internally, how you feel about it. As the Queen of Pentacles is the feminine mastery of Earth, which is, you know, how do I internally feel emotionally about my finances or my resources, my career, things like that. That's going to get better, or sometimes even like body and health and home. I read Pentacles as those things. And then last but not least, we have Judgment reversed. Okay, so where you felt like you couldn't level up before, pile 2, you're going to be able to finally level up. Okay, because like I said in a blessing reading, I tend to read reversals as what's going to be fixed. Okay, and Judgment reversed as a fix is what you weren't able to get past before or level up before. You're going to get, be able to move beyond that boundary that was blocking you in the first place. You know, and almost the imagery I'm seeing, and forgive me if this is kind of weird, but I play a lot of video games, or I have in my life, and I'll use that as a metaphor. So it's almost like pile 2. If you ever have played a video game before where, you're locked out of certain zones or areas in the game, in the land that you play in, because you're not at the right level yet. That's kind of why I'm seeing this. It's like you weren't at the right level yet. And it's like part of this gift, after this opportunity or windfall comes, is you're going to be able to do that level up. And now you can go to this new zone. Oh, now you can go fight the monsters over here. Or, oh, you can do the quests over in this area. Okay. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. You're going to finally have that part of the world opened up to you. And it's like, okay, now I've gotten to the next level. I leveled up. I got my experience. Now I have new things to try over here. Okay. Very, very beautiful reading. So to summarize, your amazing gift from the universe is the opportunity to go forward with a goal that you've been feeling kind of is out of your hands or that you lost. Okay. Through connections that you make. And it will heal pain. It will heal feelings of being blocked. Okay. It will heal sorrow. And maybe even you'll get a mentor out of it too. Someone that you'll respect. Someone that'll take you under their wing, so to speak. Bring you some financial security. Let you take action on your passions. Let you level up to that next zone. Okay. So you can fight even stronger monsters on your path towards your goal and succeed. So that's your reading for today, my wonderful pile number 2. I hope you liked it. I hope it resonated. If so, please like the video itself. Please comment down below. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. It's just a tiny little button click away for you, which helps me immeasurably in providing more readings for both you and others in the future and keeping the dream of this channel alive. Things like that. So thank you if you do so. And as I always say, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye, pile 2. Hello there, my wonderful pile number 3. Welcome today to your pick a card reading about the amazing gift the universe is sending your way soon. And of course, as you can recall, you were drawn to the very beautiful She Who Nurtures Colette card with empathy, gentleness, and insight as her keywords. So I'll set her over here to the left to begin, and let's start with both a tarot spread and some of the oracle cards. So calling on Spirit today for pile number 3. Can you tell us more about the amazing gift coming their way soon? Thank you. Okay, let's start with these ones. And then let's draw your tea leaf cards, pile 3. Okay, so this one flipped over, as you can see, so we'll take it. Sneak peek box, you will receive a gift. Okay, well, kind of how fitting for the reading, right? A reading about your gift, and you got the card, you'll receive a gift. But let's grab your other tarot. I was going to say tarot leaf, blah. Tea leaf. You will receive a gift. Maybe it's actually, though, a physical gift, pile 3. I mean, most of the gifts for every other pile today were intangible ones. Yours is actually maybe a literal physical one. We'll see. So, spoiler alert, you already saw that one, but your other tea leaf is Lion. Time to act. So, actually, it might be something coming quite soon, because, like it says, time to act with Lion makes me think of something that's going to happen right now, or in the near future, very soon. Interesting. Let's look at your tarot cards. We have Two of Cups reversed. Okay. Tends to represent maybe a relationship that was out of harmony or that you thought maybe wasn't going so well. Let's keep looking at the cards to get more insight. Nine of Cups reversed. Okay. Can represent potentially a situation that this is coming out of, right? Where you... Because typically the Nine of Cups upright is about wishes granted. It's kind of the emotional satisfaction card in terms of personal satisfaction with self, okay? So reversed, it's like you were denied that for some reason, at least so far. But remember, this is a blessing reading, so that is likely to change. We've got the Knight of Wands reversed, okay? Especially as a heart of the matter card, it's like inability to take action on our passions or with confidence. And we've got the Three of Pentacles reversed. Lots of reversals. Lack of teamwork in some area. And then we've got the Four of Swords reversed as the outcome. Something coming alive or becoming active, which is very cute because, well, we have a sloth, right? But well, at least upright, but reversed. It's like, oh, the sloth finally gets moving. Makes me think of that if you've seen the movie Zootopia from Disney, where literally the DMV... Which, speaking of, I was just there the other day, so I know this myself very passionately within the past week. The DMV was run by actual sloths, right? So it's like, with that coming out, pile 3, part of this gift is literally like, it feels like this thing has been kind of at the DMV for a while, and then all of a sudden, boom, finally it moves forward, it wakes up, things go faster, okay? So, especially in areas of your life where you've been feeling like either like a wish that you really wanted to have granted by the universe has been denied, hence the Nine of Cups reversed, and especially where maybe you've been having like disharmony in relationships, or even, Two of Cups reversed, I can even read as a disharmony in the relationship with yourself, okay? So it's also possible that maybe you felt kind of like self-discontent, whatever that is for you. Oh, and especially too where you feel like you've been like feeling like kind of alone in all this, especially because of the Three of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed. You felt like not so confident about taking action, right? That's what's going to change. Whatever areas of your life match this. That's where this gift is coming from. And like I said, I think it might even be a physical gift. And especially, which is, it's interesting, you got the Knight of Wands reversed as the heart of the matter. I like to call it the core heart card. Right there with the dolphin. And then you also have the Lion, time to act. Literally, they kind of mean the same thing. So what I'm thinking, pile 3, is your gift is like some sort of physical, tangible thing that's going to allow you to act, whereas before you weren't able to in some way because you felt alone, you felt like the universe didn't have your back, you felt like it wasn't time yet. You're going to receive that thing that's going to spur you into that action, which is going to give you the satisfaction and the harmony in relationships that you were looking for that you didn't have before. Okay? Also, you're not going to be feeling alone either anymore, too. So it literally could be, a person that comes to help you. It could be something along the lines of, maybe like in terms of financial resources that will help you with this goal or this dream you've had that you wanted to take action on. Okay, that's where the other cards will come in and we'll see more details about what's going on. And then... I didn't even look at your pile leader yet, pile 3. So we have She Who Nurtures, Colette, empathy, gentleness, and insight. I almost wonder if someone takes pity on your situation and that's why you get this gift. Like, I almost feel like this Colette is someone else that comes in that helps you. Whereas before it felt like people were not in harmony or not helping you because of the Two of Cups reversed and the Three of Pentacles reversed. That's what I'm hearing, at least. So it's almost like someone comes along and is like, hey, pile 3, I know you're struggling. I know you need some help. I'm going to help you with this. Here's the gift. Now you can act. Now you can get that satisfaction and reach that wish that was denied to you before. Yeah, let's grab some more details. Let's look at your other oracle cards here. Pile number 3. I was going to call you 2 for some reason. Pile 3. Okay. Okay, well that one just kind of flew out, so we're going to take it. That actually might be more than one. No, it is just one. Relax. Okay, so pile 3, especially if you've been really, really worried about something recently, this is a time and it's a gift of relaxation. Okay, so if you've been very stressed about something, you're really upset and worried that it's not going to work out, or you're not going to get the thing that you're looking for, in a reading like this, relax means you're going to be able to let go of that stress. Okay, so not only is it a gift in the ways that we've already described, but it's a gift in terms of a balm to your anxieties. Okay, so that's one other aspect of it. It's like putting worries to bed. Let's look at this particular deck. We have this card right here, Community, which is interesting, pile 3, because look what you didn't have before. You had the 3 of Pentacles reversed, which makes me think it's like a card of a lack of teamwork or feeling alone in doing something. Part of the gift is you're also going to get people to help you. You're going to get help, right? All these hands working together on forming this one wavelength of light. Okay, so it's a gift of aid. Outside help, a gift of finding people that are in lockstep with you, that will help you with this, okay? You don't have to do it all alone, pile 3. Okay, and then, let's see. I'm drawn to one of these middle ones. We have New Beginnings. Look at that, the dawn. It's not just community, it's also a new beginning. Pile 3, I don't know if some of you have been looking for a job recently. And if so, that might be what this is in terms of like the tangible gift. For some of you, it could also be like you were trying to start something. Like I said, maybe some of you, it could be like a business. And then it's like you get this help from outside. And this community that's willing to help support you and work with you on it, and it helps spur this new beginning. Very beautiful here, pile 3. Let's see, I make sure I didn't miss anything. And then I also am going to draw some extra tarot cards for you on some additional questions, as I've been doing for everybody today. Yeah, it's like everything where you've been having problems with like people not getting along with you or working with you, I should say more. It's more of that context where you've been having wishes denied or not granted, where you've felt like you didn't feel confident enough to take action. It's like this gift is coming along, and then you're going to be able to take that step forward, that new beginning with people who help you. So it's not just a gift of breakthrough is the word I want to use. It's not just a gift of breakthrough, pile 3. It's also a gift of support. It's a gift of relax of mental stress. It's a gift of people who believe in what you're doing. Something along those lines, which is, it's rare, pile 3. This is a rare gift, but a very beautiful one. Okay, let's look at those extra questions. What do I want to ask? I'm going to ask, what is the vehicle through which... You know what? No. I'm going to ask that as the second question, pile 3. The first question I want to ask is, what is the physical, tangible gift itself? We already talked about kind of the intangible parts of it, but... Spirit, what is the physical, tangible gift that we talked about with the box? Okay, there's that one. The Knight of Cups reversed. Okay. Weirdly enough, so the Knight of Cups represents sometimes inability to take action with our emotions, but in a blessing reading, it's a little bit different. Let's look at the other cards for context. 2 of Wands reversed. Okay. So a gift, physical and tangible. And the Knight of Pentacles. Taking action slow and steady, especially with finances and resources. Okay, so if I had to put a pin in exactly what the tangible gift is coming, pile 3, it's basically, as I said before, because in a blessing reading, I read reversals as in, like, this is the part that's going to be fixed, okay? It's I'm sorry I keep stuttering and I keep pausing, but I want to describe it in exactly the right way. It's a gift that gives you direction. It's a gift that, it's almost like a compass. And especially with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like steady, reliable something, okay? Because, yeah, it's like a reliable thing. It helps give direction. And also the Knight of Cups reversed is something about taking action with our emotions. So, you know what, pile 3. I'm gonna ask intuitively too if they can give me any hints with this. So what they're telling me, pile 3, apologies for the long silence and me kind of thinking it through, but what they're telling me is this is a gift where it's like something round. They keep saying something round, like a coin or like a platter or like a surface type thing. I don't know exactly how that will resonate with all of you, but it's something round. And I want to say it's not necessarily like a ball round, like not 3D. It's like flat round, like 2D round. So that's like the tangible part of the gift that's coming. I don't know if it's like an award for some of you, and then for some of you it might literally mean coin as in money, like a round, flat, two-dimensional thing like a coin. Or it's like something along those lines. So think about when the gift comes, it's going to be something round in that way. I know that sounds very odd, okay, but something like that. Let's also ask to the method in which it will be given to you. How? Or like, how does this come about? Besides, we talked about maybe like there's a person involved, right, that takes, pity on what's going on and gives you a helping hand and brings all these things to you too. Because I think they're the one that gives you this gift, pile 3. Spirit, how does this come about? How is this given? What's the method of delivery? King of Pentacles reversed. King of Cups, we got 2 kings. And we've got the 10 of Swords reversed. Okay. So when this comes about, pile 3, when you think your chances are at an absolute end for this working out, when you think all is said and done, that's what the 10 of Swords reversed represents. That's how it's going to come about. That is the way that it manifests. And how it comes through is, I almost want to say, because you have 2 kings, you have a King of Pentacles and you have the King of Cups, that tends to represent as court cards a masculine figure. Okay, so I want to say, if not necessarily a man, though I think for most of you it might be through a man, the person who helps you with this, it's someone with like a lot of masculine energy. Okay. Especially, I think there's someone who could be like a water sign, because not only do you have a starfish and the 10 of Swords, you have the King of Cups as a flamingo, and cups are water, right, in tarot. And then the King of Pentacles reversed can mean, it's odd. There's someone who isn't necessarily careful with their money because they're a King of Pentacles reversed, but there's someone who is incredibly emotionally wise and mature in the ways of the heart. That's what a King of Pentacles reversed and a King of Cups person upright is. So if you know who that person is already in your life, pile 3, that's probably who this is coming from. If you don't know them already, that's who you're going to meet that's going to bring this gift about, okay? That's where you're going to find this community and this rest and these new beginnings and this blessing of whatever the round, flat gift is, which, if any of you recognize what that might be, feel free to chime in the comments down below because I'm very curious myself. But that is how it's going to come about. When you think it's at the very end, there's no more chances, no more room for this to work out. Boom, this person comes forward with what you need. Okay? And it's a gift, of reliability. It's a gift of helping give you direction. It's a gift of something that makes you emotional too, with that Knight of Cups reversed, okay? Something that, it's like you had all these feelings and these passions before you couldn't take action on, and then this gift is given to you, and this opportunity is given to you, and it's like, okay, now I can move forward with this. And also that network of support too we talked about. Because before you had a 3 of Pentacles reversed, right? Lack of teamwork. Then you got the community card, which means more support from other people, more helping hands, okay? So if there's anything you take away from this reading, pile 3, take away that at the very least, no matter how this comes about, no matter what the actual gift is in terms of like the tangible thing, it's going to relieve a lot of stress on you, okay? It's going to help you fulfill a wish that you've been wanting. And what seems like it was inactive or lost before is going to become active, and you're going to be able to go after whatever this is again. Okay? Very, very beautiful gift from the universe. So that is your reading for today, my wonderful pile number 3. I hope you liked it. I hope it resonated with you and helped you. And if so, please like the video itself. Please comment down below. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. That just helps me out a little bit. It helps me provide more readings for both you and others in the future. And it's just a tiny little button click away for you, which helps me, like I said, immeasurably with the dream of this channel. And as I always say, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Excuse me, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye, pile 3.